It's
All right, pop
exclusive.
this little mic's hard. We're going light
It's
tonight,
the
y'all. We're going light
network,
tonight. I know
nigga.
how TBC normally gets down, but tonight, family just got in town from
We
Germany,
keeping it exotic over here.
and we out here in Palm Springs. But you know, we're gonna call this Smash Talk because that's what we're here to do. I just wanted to get these guys' first impressions of Smash and seeing him in person. This is something that, you know, has been in the works for a long time, getting this dog to the United States and kind of letting the world see him. He was out in Australia with the partner, um, and he just wasn't getting the love that he should have been getting. So TBC Felicia and Diego, TBC Diego, kind of made the decision to partner up and get this boy out here and really show him some love. There's been a lot of Crown Sons, but in my opinion, nothing like this. Nothing like this boy has touched the States off of Crown, and you guys all know what Crown was to the bully game. And now we have his son Smash, who's coming in and literally about to smash the competition. So you guys talk to him. Come on, what did you guys think?
Yeah, man, he's definitely. This is our first time seeing him, so he's a lot smaller than we thought he was gonna be, and he really well put together, man. I'm very, very happy at what I'm looking at, considering the dog just turned 1 year old. You know what I mean? So, I definitely see a potential for a very bright future with this dog. Mind you, I haven't seen any other Crown Sons in person.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But from what I've seen in the footage and what I'm seeing in front of me right now, I'm pretty sure he can stand his own with the best out there right now, man. So.
Uncle Eddie, in your personal opinion, you've seen hundreds of thousands of dogs at this point, from breeding to transporting to being around, George and the bully camp line and seeing Miyagi and his very first, being a pup and growing all the way up and seeing that full line of dogs. You know what I mean? Miyagi, you know what he did to the game. You know what Giagi's done to the game. Lemon Drop, you've seen the best of the best. So coming from you holds a lot of weight. Not saying that Diego doesn't, but just trying to show the versatility of the eyes that are coming down and seeing this dog. What did you think?
Um, you know, um, like you say, I've seen a lot of dogs, in the game. Dog shows, transports. Um, my first impression, if you're gonna ask for the first impression, is like, um, I think the to me is I'm into the like fully functional bully.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my visions as a personal like breeder, it would be like to see the fully functional of a bull. And I see that's what I see. That's the first thing I look for. I honestly I do mentally. I've never talked bad about nobody's dogs or when I come to judging or anything like that or I judge them for what they are. If I see a discrepancy, if I see a defect, or if I see, and you got to narrow 20, 30 dogs when they're in the ring. So when you start narrowing them down, one by one, you got to start plucking them out.
Right.
And it comes down to to the last three, third, second, and first. And like my opinion of him is, really, I see the functional in him. I see the structure, the smaller, compact. I see also the color is a little unique on the color. Yeah, he is the lilac. He does have the tri, but it's like
Like a mascot.
like yeah that
Like a mascot.
yeah like a mascus color that massive color. So that's one of the qualities along with the compact the bloodline crown bloodline and the quality of bringing to a table when it comes to a stud.
Right.
That's what I see in him.
Right. Would you make this a dog that you would keep in your yard, or would this be a seller for you?
uh you know what you know it being the dog already going on a year old. I'm sure by now there's going to be some production, that we can probably speak on. Diego, I know he's had some litters, and I think it's all based on
What the dog's producing?
what's the dog's producing. If you see a bigger future in him, he may be able to go over there and stand, and stack up amongst the best. But he's also got to bring to the table some litter quality,
Right, right.
And I think that, it comes in due time.
Yes.
And I see if that's what, I just like I said, my first impression, but, if we get into detail of his, how many litters he got, what is he producing, and things like that. So
Yeah.
I think it all adds up to would you keep him or would you, you sell him,
Yeah, yeah.
And I think, hey, from what I see, man, and from what I hear, you know, I'm on some of the litters, a couple of litters that he has, you know, that's marinating right now. You know, there's a future in them.
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like Diego and Felicia made the right decision by pretty much changing their life to come and represent this dog, because I feel like he could be one of those ones, but he has to be in the right hands. And Diego and Felicia, being the dog dealers and the promoters that they are, this was the dog to take the chance on. And I'm happy that they did it. I'm happy that they were already kennel partners, but I'm happy that they were able to trust me and bring me in on the promotion side, to help make this boy one of the biggest dogs, if not the biggest dog that the bully game is seeing, especially 2024, 2025 and beyond. We already know the lineage of what the dog has come from, and now, like you said, it's just about seeing what he can produce. Because, in my personal opinion, it takes the breeder and also the dog to create a super stud, right? Yeah. You can put a Crown in the wrong people's hands, and Crown would have never been Crown, right? He would have never been shown the light, right? So a dog can't get himself out there to the world, promote him, show up to shows, actually do good business with people, and then the dog actually has to produce. So the front side of it, the production has to go right. So that takes the owner. That's going to take Diego. That's going to take Tyrone. That's going to take myself, the team that's coming behind this dog, right? And that's what is becoming in the newer age of this dog breeding game when it comes to these 1% dogs, right? It takes a full team. You want to get greedy and you want to hold out and you want to keep the money for yourselves, you're going to lose out on a lot of money because you're trying to hoard the money, right? Because it's going to take a team to get this dog out there. You can't be everywhere at once. So it takes a team to be able to trust and believe in what this dog can be. Get them to shows, show them to people, take them out of state to different things. And one person can do it, but not the way that a team can do it. So once the dog can really show production, it's going to be easier for them to say, hey, Ant, do you want to take the dog to this show? Blah, 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 blah. Or, hey, Tyrone, you coming out this? Let's go do this, you know? So you're going to be able to see the dog in other owner's hands, but the same team is taking care of this. And I felt like that was dope, and that was something that the dog world kind of needed, you know? We have these kennels and you have kennel mates, but everybody has their own dog, and this is the first time that I've seen this, my personal self, and been able to be a part of it. So I felt like that was dope of you guys to involve me, involve Uncle Eddie, you know what I mean? Like, it was a whole team getting this boy out here and getting it to this point. And now the work is really just about to begin.
Just about to begin, man. I mean, we already know what we have planned for him. So, you know, the fact that multiple members of the kennel can come together and work together on pushing him out and believe in him like we do, you know, it means something to us, man. So yeah, we're definitely going to run it up as big as we can with him.
No, the good thing though, Diego, is that, you know, you made a big impact from coming from you know, you've been in Canada, you've been in Germany for all these years, and you still made, you know, an impact with, you know, you showing up to, you know, these, you know, a lot of, you know, footwork process, you know, footwork, advertising, promoting, it all adds up to, you know, hard work. You know, and like you say, man, you know, even within kennels, you know, even within brothers within kennels, everybody has their vision. You know what I mean? Everybody has their vision. Everybody has their way of making a movement with their dog, you know? And it's like you say, man, I think the dog's in good hands. And you know, like you say, man, this is just day one. You just barely got here, man, just a couple hours ago. And
we already working.
And it's already working, man, you know? Yeah.
This is Smash Talk. This is edition 1. You know what I mean? And you hear what TBC Eddie, myself, and TBC Diego. And this is just the first look on this guy. This is, you know, the very first show that he's going to is another thing that's big for the TBC community, and that's the July 6th show. So if you guys don't have your booths already rented out, we got Jesse TBC that's a part of that, and that show is going to be amazing. There's going to be a lot of dogs that are turning out, and that's why I feel like it's very important for Smash to make it to that show and make it his debut for the United States and the world to be able to see this boy. You know, it's going to be a lot of heavy hitters in the building. So to be able to see this boy stacked up against some of the competition is going to be insane for him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say a make or break moment, but it can for sure help propel his breeding career in the right trajectory, with so many people with so many people anticipated on showing up to that one event.
For sure.
I feel like it's this year's West Coast Bully Expo, if you ask me, just because George didn't do it. You know what I mean? It's on the West Coast. We got a lot of the heavy hitters from the West Coast showing up to that event. And even though it's Northern California, there's a lot of people that are showing up from Southern California, which you normally don't see at the Northern shows. The Northern shows out here, if you don't know, are normally Frenchie based. You get me? Like, I go up north, anytime I pass after Indio, like not Indio, what city is that? What city is Jesse in?
Fresno.
Fresno is Frenchie gang all the way up. You can fucking Fresno down is where you start catching the bullies. I want to say Bakersfield down. That Central California, Northern California is Frenchie Central, but it's going to be so dope to be that close to the ocean. The dogs will be cooled down, so no matter if it's a hot day, the dogs will be cool at the show. They got a crazy building that they're going to be in with over fucking like 18 to 20 AC, so everybody's going to be like central air down. That's the main thing when you guys are throwing these shows, is making sure the dogs are going to be okay, making sure the people are going to be okay at the shows. And once I heard that, I'm like, man, Smash got to show up and show out, bro. Like, he got to be there just fucking, holding his own. So it's like having this boy practicing, stacking up, like, putting that footwork in. It's like a boxer in there, This guy's doing it. He's ready for it. So I feel like that's going to be great for his debut. And a lot of people show up with these dogs, and it's too early, right? It's his time to shine. He's just hit a little bit over a year, and it's time to go crazy.
Absolutely, man. I mean, they have like a best Crown Son category at that show, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be insane.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what it's all about, though, man. There's a lot of beautiful dogs out there, a lot of potential, man. I say within the last 5 years, I've seen a lot of kennels grow with with their investments, grow with their movement as far as them stepping to the coming to the big shows and willing to stack up against the best.
Hottest podcast in the game. The Gadget Man, stop it. All right, man, we back. This Smash Talk Part 1. This is just coming into the United States for TBC Diego and TBC Felicia, coming to see this boy in person, to co-owning with Tyrone, to actually getting out here and working this boy. It's about to be a fun summer and a fun career for the dog.
Tyrone Colony.
How you doing?
That's right.
You look at him. Uncle Eddie be working.
I've been all over the place, but
I
I remember the name.
He's the homie, man. He's a good guy, man. Produced a hell of a dog, man. He produced off that litter. He produced the Smash and his Little Mary Brothers. Little Mary Brothers looks just like him.
Crazy,
just way fucking more energetic. Like, he's just chill, stuff like that. His brother's the exact opposite. You know what I'm saying? And a homie out in China just bought
Smash's brother.
Just bought Smash's brother, man. His name is Charlie, man.
Okay.
Forever Love Kennel. Super cool dude. You know what I mean? He's gonna run it up with him over there.
Mm-hmm.
And fuck, look at him, man.
Right.
Cool little motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You're doing a great job with him, man. You know what I mean? Like,
man, I'm never gonna forget. Uncle Eddie, like, me and Uncle Eddie got stories, and to be able to go out with Felicia and Diego out to Canada, a country that I've never been to, and get like the treatment that I got while I was out there. Of course, we kennel mates, of course, we family already, but it's different when you got to live with a motherfucker for 3-4 weeks out of country. You know what I mean? And to know that you're being taken care of. Like, anything that they called me and asked me for, I was going for. It didn't matter how wild it was, how crazy it was, and that was just like me trying to pay my respect and my dues back to them for the way that they took care of me when I was out of state. But just to be able to trust somebody to be able to send an investment, a dog, anything like that in this game is serious business, you know what I mean? And it took the 3-4 weeks of me being out there in Canada with them for them to be able to gain the trust in me and realize my character and the kind of person that I was, to even put me in the situation to be able to trust me, to even ask me to do that. So I was honored to have Smash out here, you know.
Yeah, man.
And
Honored you helping us,
the
man.
one thing that it made me do and it made me realize is I got to step my dog game up. You know, I'm always on the other side of the camera, but being able to take care of this boy Smash and realize what it means to take care of one of these dogs at this high, like high intensity. Like it's like having a kid, you know what I mean? It's hands on. You're making sure you got water. You're making sure you got food. You're taking them out every couple hours. You know what I mean? People wanting to see them. It's a full-time job, and I knew that was the reason why I didn't get into the dog game. That's the reason why I didn't get into not the dog game, but owning a dog at the time. And the thing for me was like, hold on, let me turn this down. The thing for me was just seeing myself do it, seeing the kids do it, is allowing me to know that me and my family can now do it at this high intensity that it takes to take care of one of these dogs. And before, I just had so much love and admiration for you guys as breeders. I'm just trying to play my part as a cameraman. You know what I mean? Like having a dog it just wasn't a possibility. But now me being on the other side of the camera full time, I'm home. You know what I mean? 70% of the time on the computer editing from prior weeks. So it's easy for me to take care of. And this is just one dog. Like I don't have 40 dogs. I don't have, you know what I mean? And I know that that shit goes through the roof once you have that many dogs. But to know that I could take care of 5, 6, 7, 8 dogs at a time, it just, kind of showed me that it's go time. So talking to my lady, we done invested into a couple more little females, and it's gonna be smash puppies all over the place, bro. Like I believe in the program, and I believe in this boy, and I believe that this is what the game needs, and this is where the game is going to.
I mean, July 6th, man, it's going to be the first time you pop out. You know what I'm saying? On the table, not behind the lens, you know?
Hey. Hurt feelings, bro.
Hey.
Is Jesse gonna be a judge there?
I don't know if Jesse's gonna be judging anything. I'm not gonna hold you. They were just at the house yesterday. I was doing a podcast, and I was supposed to call those guys the same way that we did, and they're like, "Bruh, we down the street. Like, we're not doing shit over the phone. Like, we're in the house." But you know how the show stuff goes, Uncle Eddie. It's just gonna be so much going on that I don't think he's gonna. And then Jesse's lazy as fuck anyway. Jesse don't want to get in there and judge. Like,
I'm just saying because every time I see Jesse, he always had these dark
glasses on.
These
You
dark
like, he can't
sunglasses.
see.
We inside a house.
Yeah.
And he wearing
He had the glasses on in the pod. What are you talking about?
he can either take his glasses off so he can see the dogs. I'm just saying, man.
Let's go.
It's gonna be a dope show, man. Me and Felly's supposed to be judging, I think best import or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna do our best to make it, man.
Right,
really,
right, right.
truly, but you already know if we can't make it, Smash.
Hey, Smash will be in the building. And
With Uncle
everybody's
Ant,
gonna do their
man.
best to be there, of course. But shit happens, and everybody got families and lives, and that's why we're a team, and we're going at it the way that we're going at it. So Smash will be in the building, no matter what. And of course, we all hope to be there. But the biggest thing is the world wants to see Smash, see him in person, put hands on, see him stacked up against competition. And besides that, from there, it's just going to be blowing up the promotion from pictures to videos, and really getting this boy out there. And then it's just going to be waiting to see some of these local litters, you know what I mean? Like the litters that have dropped. That's some stuff that Tyrone has out of the country, right?
He has
So-
2 or 3 litters on the ground right now.
So it's hard to judge that when you can't see the puppies in person. Everybody, anybody can say anything when they're on the other side of the country, and it's easier when the dogs are here and when people have bred to the dog and they're seeing results and you see their happiness. That's what makes other people want to join in on the bloodline and the Smash gang, and you know what I mean? Like what's going to happen with this dog. So it's seeing people that don't necessarily own the dog. When you own the dog, I think from George, the thing that I learned most was he likes to take his studs to his females. So when the dogs don't come back or you don't have a litter that goes crazy, he knows it wasn't his dog. You get me? It's like, I don't know what that bitch was that you bred him to, you know what I mean? But I got litter after litter after litter that been hitters over here. So and him being the master promoter that he is, that's just somebody that's good to kind of go off of what they've been doing in the game and the way that he's been able to change the game and do some of the things that he's been able to do and just show people that it's possible to make it to those heights off the dog game. It's all good, you know? But I appreciate you guys, you know. It's time to get some food. I don't want to blow it up. I know you guys are tired. You're just getting in. But, you know, I always got to stick a camera in somebody's face when I pull up. It's just part of what I do. Hey, this is Smash Talk, man. Part 1. Got the whole TBC family in the building, man. We're going to get back to you guys real soon. And y'all pay attention, man. This is something that's about to change the game and change the trajectory of where you thought your program was going to go. It ain't going nowhere without smashing it. You feel me? We out. It's the network.